Hi everyone, I'm currently coming to you today from a mini suite on board Coral Princess. Now, in this video, I'm going to give you a full detailed tour of this exact suite and also offer you some tips and some advice that you might want to think about if you're considering booking this room or a similar room on any of Princess's ships. Now, before we get started, the Princess model seems to be pretty similar across all of their ships, and the type of rooms that you can book is largely the same, regardless of the age of the ship. First of all, you can book an inside cabin, which basically means that you don't have a window. You're not going to be sitting in your bed, on your sofa, looking at the ocean. But that usually is fine for me. Cruising solo, I actually quite like being on the inside of the ship, so don't worry. You can also check out an inside cabin on this ship on my other videos. Next up is an ocean view. Now, without stating the obvious, that does mean that you can see the ocean from your room. It essentially means that you've got a room on the outside of the ship with a window, but you can't open that window and you can't then go outside the window. Now, the next category up would be your standard balcony cabin, which again, you'll also get to see a room tour of that elsewhere on my channel. But that essentially means that you've got your room as standard, and then you've got usually a sliding door that will open out onto your own personal balcony. Now, moving up from that grade of room, a lot of cruise lines then opt for the full suite category, but Princess actually have this room that we're in today that sort of sits between that balcony and suite category, and they call it the mini suite. Now, what that is essentially a premium room on the ship that's usually larger than our standard balcony. It'll have the actual balcony size will also be greater, but it doesn't come with your full suite benefits, which we'll walk through in a little bit more detail later in this video. And then finally, if you wish to go for the top tier premium product with Princess, you would book one of their full service suites, which is totally different to this and totally different to any of the other rooms that I'm going to be showing you at the moment. So, I guess without further ado, I'm going to take you outside and show you around this room. But just before I do that, if you find this video useful, if you enjoy it, I would really appreciate if you would think about subscribing to the channel. It really does help to bring you more content from more ships, and genuinely, it makes me really happy every time that number goes up by even one. So please think about subscribing to the channel, and yeah, I'll take you into the corridor and walk you around this room. Okay, so the room that we're going to look at today is D521, which you'll find on the Dolphin deck, or deck 9 of Coral Princess. Now, if you're trying to figure out where this cabin would be on a deck plan, they refer to this as a mid-aft cabin. So in short, aim for the middle of the ship, go back a little bit, and that is where you'll find this cabin. Now, first of all, to kick off, you enter the cabin and you're met with the bedroom area with your bed on the left, your TV on the right. You then move forward and you'll find this really generous, but we'll come back to it shortly, storage area on the right and this workstation / desk setup on the left. And then you move into your living area, followed by your balcony, which we're going to go out on the balcony separately in a few minutes. But it's worth noting that this is the first mini suite that I've seen on a Princess ship that doesn't have a thick curtain separating the bedroom area and the living room area. Now, what that means is that if you've got two people watching two different things on the TV, you know, noise is going to travel, therefore it might be quite difficult to do that. But hey, maybe I'm wrong, let me know. Now, on the wall, you've got your hairdryer here. I found that a little bit strange not to be kind of nearer the bathroom, but hey, that's fine. And on the desk, you've got your paperwork for our cruise, you've got your phone, which you can contact any other cabin or any service on board, but my tip, don't even think about using that to call ashore. And then here you've got your units, which all click shut, so that if the ship is moving at night, you're not going to get woken up by the drawers, you know, flying open, because nobody needs that. Now, moving over to the right, I am so intrigued to find out what people actually put on these shelves when they cruise in a mini suite. If that applies to you and you have used this suite before, please leave a comment and let me know, because that whole area is crying out for ornaments or something. I'm not convinced people would put clothes there, so very intrigued. Now, in the closed off section here, you've got your mini fridge, which, my tip, always just fill that full of water, and that way you'll always have some available to you throughout your cruise. And from here we're going to spin around and have one final look at the bedroom. So one thing that I would highlight with this mini suite, and this is very different to Discovery Princess, the wood in here is so nice. You can see they've even put it in the light fitting here, but now that I've said it, you're going to notice it. It is everywhere around this room, and it makes the room and also the ship feel really traditional and really classic. I really like it. Now, moving over to the storage area, you've got that little table on the right with your mirror above. Now, I never used to like that, but actually pretty handy for storing things that you just need to come and go with. So, your phone, your camera, your medallion. So, pretty useful. And then you spin round into your open storage area. So, on the right hand side, you've got all your top to bottom long hanging space with your shelf above it. I never used to like that, but it is growing on me, so don't worry, I'm not about to start ranting. And then in here, you've got a cupboard that's got your life jackets at the top. It's then got your safe, which is complimentary from Princess, so no additional charges for that. And then you've got your shelving below that to keep whatever you need in there. Okay, storage complete. We're now going to move over and look at the bathroom in this mini suite. Now, the colour scheme does change a little bit in here. You'll maybe see what I mean when we go in. But first off, on the back of the door, remember you've always got two hooks there. Now, they're so useful for dressing gowns, they're useful for towels. A lot of people actually don't even realise that they're on there. Now, in here, on the right hand side, you've got your sink, you've got your open toiletry storage. It's worth noting in here that all storage is open, there's no cupboards. And on the left hand side, you've got your tub with your fixed shower head in here. Now, it's a real benefit to have a tub on here. There's quite a few full service suites that I've looked at on other ships that don't have a bath, so a real win from Princess to be including them in a mini suite category. Now, other points to note in here is that you've got the washing line still runs from the bottom of the bath all the way to the top of the bath, so loads of hanging space. And the toiletries that Princess give you, I think the quality is pretty good, to the point where I actually now don't take toiletries on a Princess cruise because I'm perfectly happy with what I'm given in my cabin. Okay, so from here we're going to head back into the room to look at a few final bits. Now, first off is air conditioning. Now, I quite often get frustrated with these hotter or colder settings because you find they stay on all night. But on this ship, really not an issue, and the fans are really quiet, so don't be put off by that. And in terms of plug points, we're going to look at them now. So, bit of a funny one, you've got an Australian plug that we'll come back to, but you've got your two US here beside the phone. You then move across and you've got a USB, which is attached to this additional light on the wall. And then you've got this Australia plug with two USBs. Now, that's in every cabin. I think that's maybe been a later addition because this ship serves a lot of time in Australia. And then over here, you've got another plug, which I'm not too sure why that plug is there. Maybe a lamp used to be there or something. Again, if you know, please let me know. But moving out to look at what you're probably paying the money for with this mini suite. And it's this view and it's this balcony. So you can see here, decent width of balcony. You can definitely stretch out a little bit on it, but you're not given a lounger. So you maintain the same two chairs that you would have in a standard balcony with the kick stools underneath. And then what I'm quite keen to show you is how this balcony sits in comparison to the other rooms. So let me spin the camera around to show you. But if being overlooked is something that you're always very mindful of, you might want to bear that in mind for this cabin, because you'll see here, the room above is looking directly down onto your entire balcony. I wouldn't find that an issue, I really wouldn't, but some people would, so I just wanted to highlight that. And that's it. That is a full tour of Mini Suite D521. Now, I'm going to put a link in this video description of the full suite benefits that you don't get as a result of booking this suite, because it's really, really important that you don't think you will get them in case you leave quite disappointed. But hey, look, if you've enjoyed this video, please think about subscribing to the channel. And for now, thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch up with you soon. Thank you. Bye.